Hello everyone, today we are doing a reading for Should You Stay or Should You Go? This is geared a little bit more towards like a love interest or a relationship, but it can also include anything in terms of work, friendships, home life, moving, anything you want to include. But like I said, it'll probably be geared more towards relationships. But if it's not about it, do not fret. I will try to include everybody here. Right? I apologize about that. I've been having a really hard time with my camera. I'm gonna keep the candle here for good measure. Alright, so now these are the three piles today. Pile 1, we have the citrine here for you. Pile 2, we have clear quartz. And pile 3, we have adventuring. Go ahead and let your intuition guide you, either based off the crystal or what you feel is the best pile for you. Alright, now that you went ahead and pick your pile, go ahead and click it in the timestamps and we'll go ahead and start with the reading. Hello pile 1, you guys have chose the beautiful adventuring. It's kind of one of my favorite crystals. I always love like the yellow tones and like tans, and it's also got like some of that clear quartz vibe. Some of that cleansing energy. Alright, and this is going to be our main card. We're going to see what's up with it, what's about it. But I can see how this relationship or this situation is kind of straining on you and why you feel like you're not sure if you want to stay or go, because, you know, you feel like you're kind of blindsided by the situation. You're not sure if you have all the facts straight, or you're not sure that if it's going to change or not. And so it does feel like you do feel a little stuck around this. Right, so should pile 1 stay or go? Should pile 1 stay or go? Alright, so far I'm getting the obvious is going to be stay. I do feel like, you know, this is some kind of situation that's going to need a lot of nurturing. But I do feel like the person does feel the same way about you. I think that they may be a little distracted by, like, you know, we're gonna talk about the devil here. They're gonna be distracted by either like some type of temptation, some type of bad habit, some kind of fear that they're holding on to. And I'm taking this more of like some kind of fear. Like there's some kind of fear that's being hung onto, and it's being drug around with them wherever they're going, or like. But I feel like I feel like this is the time that like they really need to lean on you for healing. I feel like there's a lot that they're still, like I'm saying, like they're struggling with, they're carrying with them, even if they don't even talk about it. There's something that they're carrying and bringing with them, and it's causing them to be feeling more distance, it feels like. So maybe they're putting a wall in between you, you're feeling more shut out, you don't feel like they're really letting you in at all. And so that to you can be kind of frustrating, because you just want a relationship where it's equal give and take. You want a relationship where they're sharing their emotions as much as you are. And I feel like for that, you're really just going to have to like step in and like really nurture them and let them know it's safe. Let them feel that it is, and let them know like if they need to take some time to heal, you know, be there right with them and be that arm around their back, be that friendship that they need. And I feel like they may feel like a little trapped themselves. I think this card honestly could be more talking about them. Like they feel like they're trapped in this, you know, negative thought patterns or negative past that they have, or whatever they're needing to heal. They don't feel like they have a hold on it yet. They feel like they keep missing this, I don't know what you want to call it. I forget what these, a lasso. Like if they're trying to, you know, if you're trying to lasso things in, reel it in, I feel like they keep missing that. Like they're trying to lasso it in, but they're not quite yet grasping it. And so that's kind of putting a strain on the, relationship or how you're feeling with it. So I think that, this is kind of the time that they need your support more, they need you around more. But I do believe that, they do care about you and love you, and it just seems like they're just dealing with a situation that is not letting them come in 100%. Now, this could go both ways. I could say, like, if you feel like they need more time to heal before you want to come back and involve them in your life, that's totally your choice as well. But I do believe that, like, this is something that can heal and be able to create such a beautiful bond and relationship, being able to work through this together, and like them knowing that you're going to stick with them through thick and thin is really going to be reassuring and really going to help them open up to become that more equal union. And it's going to be like a continuous wall, breaking them in. But I think, like, just being there for them is going to mean a lot and going to help them a lot in this healing journey that they are needing to embark on. Okay, I keep seeing more like cards flipped that I did not realize were flipped. We have 2 more. We have 2 queens. So yeah, they're really needing nurturing right now. They're having a hard time, like, feeling like they can move forward in life. It seems like it could be even like with feeling passionate for life at all, like going for what they want and making decisions. And like that's why it's hard for you to be as, like, for them to give you all right now. Like they have this, like, this dark cloud coming over them, and it's like distracting them from everything else. Like they just can't focus on anything. It's not just love life. It seems like it's affecting different parts of their life, like all around. And so, if you're looking at it like that, it's could be almost a little comforting knowing that, like, it's not you, it's like whatever they're dealing with, it's affecting everything. And so they just really do need that support and nurturing right now. If they feel like they're getting pushed away, it's adding more stress onto everything else they're feeling, and like another addition to something else they have to worry about. And right now they don't need that. Right now they need the time to heal. And so this is the time that they really do need that nurturing inside of them. And they need it in both ways. They need it in logical and emotional and passionate way. They need all of that, and like all around. Like it just seems like, they're scared to like let out a hand and ask for help, because they're just not like that type of person. They seem like someone who'd want to like take care of themselves on their own and do it on their own. And like that's what's putting up that wall as well. They don't want to seem vulnerable and weak, especially to someone that they'd want to like impress or keep around in their life. And so that's like affecting it as well. And you just have to like nurture them through and let them know, like, you don't care if they're feeling this moment of weakness. You still see them as this amazing, great person, and you know that they are, and that everyone goes through a hard time, and that you're there for them. And I think that's gonna go a long way. So we have the Sword and Rose: clarity, truth, revelation, solidarity, force, honor, protection, power. So they really do, you will have your clarity and you will have your truth. I do believe that they will eventually open up about that, even if it's like whatever internally that they're going through that they may not have opened up to you about yet. I feel like they will. If you continue to comfort and be there for them, they're going to feel safe opening up about that. And we also have paradise, happiness, expansion, joy, playfulness, oneness, enjoying each other. So I truly believe that if you stick with this, you can get there. Once they begin this healing process, you'll realize that you are there for each other. Right? And we have healthy choices, making healthy choices in love and in life, self-love, self-care, being happier. So I do see better days to come. And also, like, it looks like she's holding this plant and like that's what we do with plants. We water them, we give them sunlight, we nurture them. And so it keeps coming back to this like whole idea is like, I feel like right now is when they need you the most. They really need that comfort and confirmation that they're not alone through this, and that even if they don't want to talk about it, or they don't feel comfortable talking about it yet, that doesn't mean that you can't be there for them. And I think eventually they will talk about it. And if this is not about love, I would say the answer is still going to be yes. And I think it's maybe more of having this uncertainty, either because it's not something that you've done before, or it's like something that you had done and it didn't go right. But it does feel like there's like some kind of uncertainty and like scariness to like this change that you are thinking about. But I'm seeing like if you stay and continue to grow what you've already started, I think that it will continue to get better. You're going to get through this hard time that you're going through. We have reassess. You're being asked to take stock of your life and let go of anything or anyone that no longer makes you happy. Notice who and what brings you joy and who and what doesn't. It's time for some life cleanup. So I do think, like, you know, I feel like I say this a lot in my other readings, but, you know, it really is true. It's like, it really is about like thinking about what brings you happiness. And it's like, does this person make you happy? Does this person bring a spark of joy? Do you like them in your life? And it's like, you know, even if they're going through a hard time, kind of think about the overall big picture. Is this someone that you really do enjoy having in your life? Or is it someone who's bringing you stress and unhappiness? And not because they're going through a hard time, but is it because like their personality and the way they're treating you or interacting? And kind of look at it in a perspective in that kind of sense. Wow. So now I have let it go. You're being asked to let go of whatever pain and resentment you've been holding on to. It's hurting you and you can't fully be present in your life if you're holding on to this negativity. Release it and be free. So it could be like if you feel like they've been hurting you through this process, and it probably is unintentionally, or, you know, it could be intentionally in the moment even, but it's like, you know, they just weren't thinking straight. I feel like, you know, holding on to any like past hurt and resentment that they may cause is not going to help the situation currently if they are hurting. I think that being able to forgive them and move on is going to allow you to be able to be there for them fully to help them heal. Or else, you know, if you're holding on to that, then it's going to affect, you know, how you are acting and reacting around them, and it's going to make them more stressed and, you know, trust you even less. So, you know, you could already be giving them some kind of pushback for not opening up about things, or like feeling like they've been feeling off, or like not into you, or like whatever it is. But, you know, it's hard to get down to the core if we're not being sympathetic and patient and wanting to make sure that they are doing okay. Like, it's like, you know, how are they doing? Or, you know, trying to pay attention to that. It's not just like it like how you feel is very, very important, but it's also like, you know, check in with them as well and see where they're at, what's going on with them, because I truly feel like they're going through something right now, and that's what's like causing this little turmoil. And it's, again, not because of anything that you're doing or in the relationship. It's because of something like on their personal side that they're being triggered, and it's causing them to come back into this like loop and shut down. And so it's like trying to understand them and let them know that you're there for them, and so they're able to open up and come out on the other side. And if, you know, that's something they don't want to do, then you can't force anybody, and sometimes you do have to move on from there. But I truly do feel like they will, and that it's going to heal. So you have playfulness. To capture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit to shine. Alright, so again, it's giving them some grace, letting them know that you're there. And I think that's going to take off any uncomfortable feelings that they may have, that they're already having from whatever they're going through. It's just adding on more layers when you're reacting to any way they're acting towards you. Chicago one, stay or go. Okay. Express your love. Go ahead and make your romantic gestures. So I think that goes back to just letting them know that you're there and comforting them. Okay, and then we have let your friends help you. Ask for and accept support from others. And I think that comes back to like you supporting them, honestly. The bottom of the deck, I can't ignore it. It does say pay attention to red flags. So just being more aware of, like, you know, what could possibly be triggering them, and if they're not letting you in, kind of being aware of that. Chicago one, stay or go. So clouds with the dark side toward the person indicates divorce. The bright side toward the person ensures domestic happiness. So I think the bright side, there's not going to be any. We placed cards left to right, so there's not going to be any people on the right side. Alright, and we have the book. Presages the discovery of mystery affecting the person for better in a degree governed by the distances. So yeah, I do feel like, again, that's them like hiding a lot from you, not being an open book. And I think that, again, it's just like all their situation, they're not used to looking weak, they're not used to opening up, and I feel like just any type of reassurance is just going to comfort them at this point. Alright, so we're going to see if we're going to get any messages from the person in question. Sorry, I did not see it stop filming, so I don't know if I should go back and see how far I went, but these are the messages that came out. I lost myself for a little while. It was my fault, but I blamed you. I feel you even though we are apart, and I'm so attracted to you. So I do feel like the person really does like you and feel for you, and that's why I think that they will open up as long as they feel like they're in a safe space to do so. But they're not going to feel like they're in a safe space if it's like an attack, fight, fight, fight. So I think that that's why they need your comfort now more than ever. And so that's why I truly do feel like if this becomes more of like a healing relationship, then I feel like they will be able to take these blinders off, open up to you, and you'll be able to have some kind of movement, whether it's forward or backwards. You won't know until they open up, and you're able to work at it from there. But until they do, I think comforting them is the best way to go. And I'm getting a lot of positive messages about staying. I'm also not sure like how much you got about this. But I feel like this is all about like the person not opening up and being a closed book and not sharing things with you. And I think that's why we're having some issues here, is they're closing you out on this. And it's just without communication and clarity, then that does cause a lot of strain. But again, I feel like, you know, comforting is what's going to help them bring that out and not like attacking them for it. Alright, so we're going to do some last final confirmation cards. So should pile 1 stay or go? Pile 1. Give your inner critic a vacation day. So it's like, do not keep blaming yourself for it. Right, and this last one is K. So it's not for you, give it time. So, and so I feel like, you know, it's not going to be a clear-cut answer whether it's fully there for you or not until you do have that conversation. But I do think that if you give it time, it can progress in a more positive way. And once you get a more stroke of insight, I feel like the person does care for you. I just feel like they're a little clouded right now. So I feel like that could really be causing some strain here. But yeah, that's all the messages that I have for you, Pile 1. I hope you guys have a great rest of your week. Stay sentient, stay kind, and goodbye. Hello, Pile 2. If you chose clear quartz, then this is your pile. Your card is going to be the Lovers. So whatever the situation is, I know that it's someone or something that you really care deeply about, you're really attached to, and I can tell that you're hoping that the answer is going to be yes. You're hoping for brighter days, so let's see what comes out. Okay. Should pile 2 stay or go? Should pile 2 stay or go? Should pile 2 stay or go? Should pile the Lovers again? Should pile 2 sorry. Should pile 2 stay or go? So I can really feel the confusion that you're having right now. It seems like there's a lot of hot and cold going on. Like it feels like one moment like this person's like all in, ready to go, have a lovely life with you, and the other minute it seems like you feel like you're getting like the cold shoulder, like it's you're being left behind. So it is a lot of back and forth, and I can see how that would be a little confusing. So it's like that's kind of where your decision feels like it's having a little mix up here. Like you're going a lot of back and forth. Like it feels like you're kind of starting like another hot relationship, like you're learning your emotions, you're growing together, you feel like, you know, your cups are all getting full, you guys are close, it's reciprocated, you feel like they're there for you, and like you guys can get through anything together. It feels romantic, but then, you know, all of a sudden it feels like they kind of almost pull away, and like, you know, you're wanting to start a life and build a life with them, but it feels like it's not like something that they're fully committed into yet. And they might just like back away a little bit more, and you don't feel like it doesn't feel as warm and loving as it once did. But then, you know, it always does feel like, you know, they come back for a little bit, but they leave. And each time it may feel like they're coming back, but they're leaving for longer periods of time. So this back and forth might be becoming a little bit more worrisome if these period links are not exactly adding up and they just keep cycling back and forth. And I'm not yet getting a clear answer on stay or go quite yet. So let's get into some of the oracle here. Pile 2, so we have the golden mirror, self-absorbed, narcissist, one-sided relationship, love bombing. So it could feel like there is some love bombing and one-sidedness going on if it is a lot of back and forth. It could feel more confusing here. Alright, we have self-indulgence, focus on self, self-worth, time to heal, shadow work, self-appreciation. Pile Hand of cards, take a chance, risk, being strategic, options, not showing hand, gambling. So I think while you are deciding this, I think maybe you're being encouraged to kind of like observe it and not let the other person know. You can let the other person know that like, hey, this is bothering you, but like kind of be very observant of their actions over their words, and like if they are a lot of hot and cold, like kind of pay attention to that and be like, you know, seeing like and observe like why you feel like they're being so cold. Like if something is off, like you don't like tell them that you're observing them, because then they might be like even more into like an acting phase. Just kind of more like if you want to talk about it, but like whatever your observances are, kind of keep your hand close, keep your cards close, and like how you're feeling about the situation until you really can make a more very direct decision on what you want to do. I do see like a lot more of you're being encouraged to take care of yourself through this, and not to let the other person make you feel like you're worth any less because they're hot and cold. It's not because of you, it has to be because of something else. And so do not blame yourself on that. It's something that is going on with them that they need to figure out, like why they're being that way. I think you're being asked to really just protect yourself and keep your heart close. Don't give them your all in your heart, because if they're not giving you their all, then you don't need to be doing that either. You need to be protecting yourself through this and, you know, deciding if this is good for your life, and if, you know, they can handle, if they're ready for like what you're ready for, the love. Because clearly it just doesn't feel like they might be quite yet. So we have receive. You're being asked to be open to receiving universal gifts. These could come in the form of love, money, compliments, healing energy, and universal wisdom. Know that you're worthy of these gifts and open up to them. So yeah, know your worth. Know that you're worthy of receiving things from the great things for the universe. Don't feel like you have to accept the short end of the stick. Like that's the best you can do. Do not settle if you do not feel like this is the kind of relationship that you want or something that you can live with, and this person doesn't seem like they're wanting to change and they're just keeping back and forth. They are probably just, honestly, I don't want to say they're wasting your time, but like it just seems like that a little bit here. It seems like it just doesn't seem like they're fully sure, and that is making me a little uncomfortable about that, because, you know, when you're in a relationship you should be fully sure. That's why you're dating. So just knowing that you are worthy of having amazing universe gifts, and that you deserve nonetheless here. All right, we have pause. You're being asked to pause before making a quick decision and moving forward. Allow yourself to step back, look at all the possible outcomes, and make sure you're heading in the right direction before moving forward. So yeah, maybe even if you have to take like a break from this situation, take a breather to help you decide, then I think that you're also being encouraged to do that so you can see things clearly and protect yourself and your emotions. Do not, it's saying like you don't have to make a quick decision one way or the other, but it's good to like kind of see like, you know, what you truly want in your life, what are your boundaries, and is this person going to be able to succumb to them, or is this going to be an ongoing issue? Should pile to stay or go? So we have break free. You're being asked to break free from the tribe in order to live your authentic life. So I don't know if this person is making you feel like, you know, making you question yourself and your ideas and your beliefs. Do not, you know, let people sway that. Be open to, you know, being open to like different new things. Like open skepticism is what they say. Open-minded skepticism. Don't be like, feel like you're trapped in a certain way. But like if you feel like something doesn't feel right, or like you're just like, you know that you're not into it, like you don't even have to like question it, you're just like, you just know intuitively, and they're like trying to convince you or change you in some way, then like that's not cool. So just kind of live as authentically to yourself and to your feelings as possible. So really take yourself and your feelings into consideration. This isn't easy, but it's very necessary if you're going to share your true self with others. Be brave, be real, be you, and trust that those who love you will always be there for you. Yeah, so if this person truly does love you, they're not going to want to lose you, and they're going to want to not be doing all this like hot cold thing with you. That should not be something ongoing. Okay, let go of control issues, allow the situation to unfold naturally. So yeah, I mean, also like, you know, you can't control how someone feels and how they act. You know, all you can do is kind of react in a way that is taking care of yourself, you know what I mean? Like if it is putting up boundaries, if it is getting away from the situation, if it is cutting someone out because you know they're not serving your life anymore. It's more about like, you know, what you can't control how someone else is going to feel or how they're going to act or think, but you can control how you're going to take care of yourself through it and adapt to it. And then we also have religious factors. Your love life is influenced by religious factors, bringing up a spiritual path. So I don't know if that is part of like this hot and cold tension going on, or if that's something you guys don't fully agree on, or if you do agree on it and that's the reason why you really care about them. But either way, there's some kind of strong spiritual influence within this. And if it, maybe you even feel like, what if you felt like it was like a twin flame, or you feel like it was like meant to be and you're getting these signs, and like, you know, I just would say be wary of that. It could be a karmic lesson, and like it's just all about just looking after yourself and knowing your boundaries, knowing what you want for your life, and knowing that you deserve it. All right, and then we have children. Your love life is being affected by children. So take that as that resonates. If there is kids involved, or if you feel like you're not allowed to feel like you're comfortable being like having your childlike fun nature coming out, if you feel like that's just the relationship has come to that point where it just feels uncomfortable and like strict, you know, just kind of being aware of just all these different feelings, and like, you know, it's usually your intuition telling you something. Should pile to stay or go? So we have the mountains nearby indicate the presence of a mighty enemy. Okay, so I mean, seriously, just like kind of looking at this person's intentions and what they're thinking is like, do they have your best intentions in mind? Do they actually care about you and love you? Like actually really pay attention, like deep down in their actions. Are you truly in mind, or is it like just them talking and not acting in that way? Just really pay attention to like what's driving those actions here. Should pile to stay or go? So we have the fox in close proximity adjures distrust of acquaintances who seek to betray you. So I don't know if you felt betrayed by them, if they feel like they're having anger issues, if that's all kind of part of this like stonewalling. I'm really getting a lot of stonewalling kind of energy for this push away, but like some type of negative energy that could be surrounding this. And I'm just feeling it. The moon, when near, is a good omen. It predicts fortune. When distant, it exposure of your secrets. So I think maybe some of the stuff that, you know, the more that you pay attention to it, the more that may come to life, the more that will make sense to you. I feel like you will be divinely guided. You will get the answers you need. Just keep, you know, I would say definitely pay attention to everything going on. And again, just thinking about, like, what is their intentions? Do they truly care and love about me? You know, what's causing these decisions that they're making? Okay, so we're going to get messages from Piles 2's person. Came closer than anyone. So many things remind me of you. Pile 2's person messages. Alright. I wish I could take back my words. So maybe they do have some regrets of some of the anger that might be coming out. Sometimes I stay awake thinking of you. You don't know how hard it was to let you go. And I love you unconditionally. And again, honestly, their actions speak louder than words. You know, does it feel like they love you unconditionally? I want you to be very, really aware of that. And like, if that is like love bombing or not, like really, really pay attention to the signs and listen to your gut and listen to, you know, how it makes you feel. Do you feel happy with him, or do you feel uncomfortable, or like you have to walk on eggshells? All right, we're gonna get some last confirmation cards for you guys. Should Pile 2 stay or... Sorry, that was my fault. Should Pile 2 stay or go? Pile 2, should Pile 2 stay or go? Should Pile 2 stay or go? So you should pursue a different course of action. I think that comes with like making sure that your boundaries are set and really letting it be known that it's not okay to keep doing these cycles with you. Oh, here it is. No definitive answer can be given at this time. But, you know, there we go. So yeah, I'm gonna have to say, like, overall, I'm not feeling like the most positive about staying. So I think in my personal, you know, feeling over this is to leave and run for the hills. But again, I think it just all comes down to like you paying attention to like what are their intentions and if they really care about you, and to really just, I don't know, think about it. All right, Pile 2, those are all the messages that I have for you. I hope you have a great rest of your week. Stay sentient, stay kind. Goodbye. Hello, Pile 3. If you chose adventuring, then this is going to be your pile. Your card is going to be the Two of Wands. And that makes sense when you know that you have to make a decision, when you feel like you've already have a good ground of the situation, but like you don't know if you truly want to move forward, you want to continue to allow the situation to grow. It's understandable that you are coming to the reading. All right, so should Pile 3 stay or go? Should Pile 3 stay or go? Should Pile 3... Should Pile 3... Oh my gosh. Why is everything in reverse? Should Pile 3 stay? Oh, we got one upright. Let's go. Pile 3 stay or go. There we go. Another reverse. I'm thinking like, you know, like the song where they're like, take it back now, yeah. 2 hops this time. Reverse, reverse. I don't know why that's playing in my head. So currently I'm not getting any like clear yes or no's, but I am seeing like your doubts in this, and I can see that like you're wanting, this is giving me like a feeling like you're wanting to leave. It's almost like you feel like you have been through it. Is this the sun? Let me make sure. Okay. So yeah, you feel like this has already like run its course. You've already, you know, you feel like you've done what you could to go through the challenges that you've had to go through. You feel like you built as much as you could upon it. You feel like the project, or like whatever it is that you've done, or like whoever you're with, you feel like you've done all that you could with it. You feel like you've already put in your all, but it's just nothing is working, nothing is good enough. And so that's why you're kind of ready to leave. Like, you don't want to put any more energy into it because you feel like you've already done what you could at this point. So you're just like looking for that extra confirmation. You're like, I'm ready to get out of here, I'm ready to go. Like, you know, deep down inside, like, you feel like this just isn't it. Like, this just isn't going to work. It's not going to complete in the way that you wanted it to. But so you feel like it's time. It's like a slow dying ending, but you know it's like time. So that's kind of what I'm getting here. So should pile 3 stay or go? So we have kisses, unconditional, loving, giving and receiving affection, falling in love. We have Cupid's arrow, have faith, love is coming, surprise, invitation or meeting, hesitation. Palm tree, stability, security, performance, growth, endurance, flexibility. So I do feel like you could possibly be eventually having a breakthrough. I think if you keep concentrating on all the things that haven't worked for you, then it's going to continue to make you want to go down that downward spiral. So I think it's all about like trying something different, and like coming at it and looking at it from a different angle could possibly help the situation. But I am seeing like some kind of like positive future coming in here. I'm not necessarily getting any like you get this if you leave, but we can continue on and see if something else comes out. The main thing is it doesn't feel like you're feeling very fulfilled, which isn't the best. Pile. Okay. So we have pause. You're being asked to pause before making a quick decision and moving forward. Allow yourself to step back, look at all the possible outcomes, and make sure you're heading in the right direction before moving forward. So like even if you feel like you're ready to jump off the train, like you're ready to move and jump, like get off as soon as possible to the next chapter, I think that you are being asked to go ahead and just take your time to breathe and like really think through the decisions, and like have you actually tried everything that you could, and really just kind of put that into question, because there's still that possibility that it could work out if you do not give up on it yet. It may feel like, you know, all hope is lost and whatever you try won't work and like it's just done and then this deal is over, but I'm not necessarily getting that through the cards. I'm getting that's more how you feel versus what is the actual truth. I think the actual truth is that you haven't found the correct way to go about it yet. I just think that if you do keep trying, you could find a way to make it work. So I think if you pause and, what the next card says, reassess, you may find a better solution here. Because this one says you're being asked to take stock of your life and let go of anything or anyone that no longer makes you happy. Notice who and what you bring and what brings you joy, and who and what doesn't. It's time for some life changes. So maybe you're doing stuff that doesn't really necessarily help the situation, and like maybe you didn't even consider how these two moving parts could affect one another. So kind of like take a big overall picture of everything that you're doing as a whole and as a collective, and how it's affecting one another and creating this entirety of building blocks of what is occurring here. So should pile 3 stay or go? Ooh, I'm getting a lot of craziness over here. So the main thing that I'm seeing here is patience. You're being asked to practice patience right now. It's not easy to do this, but you're strong, and there's a reason why things aren't aligning in the way that you want them to in this moment. Have patience. It will eventually work out. So I just keep getting like a feeling that I'm getting a feeling that it's pointing more towards stay and giving it a chance. It's just looking at it in a new way. I think, giving up hope and just like throwing away everything because, you're just paying attention to what's not working is just the reason why you're feeling so confused. But I think just like allowing to let that go what hasn't worked and what's not like there for you anymore, and kind of focus on like, oh, what can I try now? And I think that if you take a break from it and, you know, distance yourself from the situation and really feel it out and think about it, I think that you will find a way through it. This is actually the only pile that I'm not really getting like as much, like it's not as much about love. I feel like this is about some other situation here. But, you know, it could be for some of you guys. Should pile 3 stay? Okay, so we have attraction. You attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. So just really enjoying like where you're at now, and also like where you can go. Like keep focusing on that, and do not give in. Do not throw away the towel so easily. We're all here to learn and figure things out along the way, and no matter how long and crazy that travel will be. 3. So should 3 stay or go? Should pile 3 stay or go? Should pile 3 stay or go? You know, I was also thinking this could be like a situation where you like someone, you've tried everything you can to like make them like see you or like notice you or whatever, but they're like totally oblivious to it. They're like, so, you know, I'm not sure if that's for anybody, but whatever. Release your ex. The time has come to clear your energy. So yeah, I think that also comes back to just releasing the things that do not work. If you're dragging it along, then it will be even harder to find the correct path that you're needing to find. You know, I'm just going to pull one more for the funsies. Pile 3, stay or go. Here we go. We got romantic feelings. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. Okay. Yeah. If this really was something that you wanted to do and you're giving it up because of frustration of it not working, then do not let it go, because if it's something that you truly care about, hold on and keep going for it until it works. The next deck. Should pile 3 stay? Okay. So we have the star ensures success in all enterprises. When near, you're very... When near, when very distant, some unlucky events. Okay. Pile 3, stay or go. Whoops. Should pile 3. Here we go. So yes, we got the man. This card represents the gentleman whose fortune is being told, and all the other cards that affected degree. So yeah, this is like a fortune telling deck, but I'm getting some strong male energy. So by that, I mean like going after what you want and like really just pushing through it, having that endurance, because I truly believe that you will find success. All right, we got 2 2s here. So if that's not aligning, I don't know what is. My lucky angel number is 222, but yeah, I think that you are on the right path. Do not give in so easily or be discouraged to what's not working. You know, just find and think about, reassess more ways that will, because it will come to you. So if this is about a person, we're going to go ahead get some messages from them. Okay. There we go, lying to you. So possibly this person could be pretending like they're not like into it or don't notice, but they totally do, and they might be like scared to make that step. So maybe you could think about it in that regards. If it is someone that you like, you don't feel like they're like opening up, I would say, yeah, they might be trying to hide something from you. So you could go from approach to like, how can I make them more comfortable, and you know, maybe find a way to like open up to them softly about how you feel, or like if you haven't tried that, or you know, whatever you haven't tried, just try to think of it in like new ways, new perspectives. Messages. I feel you even though we are apart, so they could be thinking about you a lot. I think they do like you back and are crushing on you, honestly. Alright, and then, alright. You don't know how hard it was to let you go, so there might be like some other outside influences of why they're having to like say no right now, but they really want to say yes. And so maybe there's like some way that they can figure out like, maybe I feel like I do need this person in my life. That's a possibility. All right, so I'm going to get some final confirmation cards for you, pile number 3. All right, this one coming up. It's up to you. All right. They spelled you wrong. 2. to you, do you. So yeah, I mean, ultimately it is your decision, but I do feel like it is yourself that is holding you back more on the negative side, and I feel like it is possible for you if you do not do that to yourself. I'll get one more for you guys. Should pile 3 stay or go? Don't get stuck on these specifics. Yes, I feel like being more open, like don't focus too much on the journey, focus on like what is this outcome becoming through it. I honestly don't know why, but I'm going to pull a few more tarot because like I'm just like I feel like it's just weird only seeing like what you're thinking and not getting any like clear information outside of that. So should pile 3 stay or go? Okay. So I think, yeah, just being able to find some peace within yourself through the situation, not feeling like you have to fully come to outside circumstances through it. Like, think about it from like an inner thing. Like, is there something that you feel like you're approaching at it in a wrong way? Like, is there a way for you to come at it as fully yourself and full at peace and like not coming at it from it like you have to have it kind of way, but like you know that is something that you would really appreciate and love, and so that's why you're gonna always keep like an open heart about it and be open to it, because like you know that it is something that you care about and that you want, and so it's like not like as much coming from like I have to have this, or like I'm gonna be upset if I don't and it's over, I'm done with it. Like instead of being like that and just being kind of like, you know, whether I get it or not, it would suck if I don't get it, but you know, I'm still going to keep myself always open and available to it because it is something that I truly care about and want. So no matter what, I'm going to keep that part of me that is very kind and nurturing and open towards it. One last card for my pile 3. Should they stay or go? Right. Queen of Wands. Oh, yep. So yeah, this is something that you truly do have to nurture, and that's like you're creating for yourself. You're creating that space to allow it to come into your life. So it's like, just, I would say again, it's just all about being open to it and like, and realizing your part and whether you're allowing it to come in or if you're blocking it out. So yeah, I would say just like try and keep an open mind about it, and you may be surprised. All right, pile 3, those are the messages that I have for you. I hope you guys have a great week. Stay sentient, stay kind. Goodbye. I'm going to make a wish, guys. If I'm able to blow out this candle in one blow, then the answer is stay. If I can't, the answer is go. Ready? There you have it. All right, bye, guys.